Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Drum Book Studies brought to you by Whole Lotta Drumming YouTube channel. Now in today's episode, we're going to look at another classic drum book. Here it is, folks. This is the Drummer's Cookbook. Hands down, in my opinion, strictly my opinion, the best drum beat drum book ever made. I'm sure there'll be those that will disagree with me, and that's fine. And I'm sure there are other drum books probably that beat this. But for me, this book has been a lifesaver. I've completely worn it down to the point where, look, I've removed the cover because I ended up binding all the pages into a binder. Now, what makes Drummer's Cookbook one of the coolest books is that the drum beats they're very funky, they're very rhythmical, they're very busy, okay, for the most part. And this is why in today's lesson, we're going to be focusing on ghost notes, ghost note conversion. And what I mean by that is we're going to take some of these beats and convert them into the ghost note version. So all you're going to hear is the backbeat 2 and 4 as your dominant snare drum hits, and all of the other snares are going to be ghost notes because there are so many snares on these beats. So I've selected 6 drum beats specifically just because there's so many drum beats. In chapter 1 of the book there are 261 drum beats, and in chapter 2 there are 405 drum beats. And the author, John Pickering, suggests to work on these 2 chapters simultaneously. So I'm going to take 3 beats from chapter 1 and 3 beats from chapter 2, and I'm going to show you how to convert them into the ghost note version. So let's get going. Drum beat number 1 is literally drum beat number 1 of the book, of chapter 1 and of the book as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play them 2 ways. I'm going to play them as is, where the snare drums are relatively the same, same volume, and then I'm going to show you the ghost note version. Okay, so let's start off with drum beat number 1. So now let's take this beat, convert it to the ghost note version, and this is where only 2 and 4 remains, loud, the way they're supposed to be, but the other ones are going to be, an inch or 2 off the snare. So it'll sound like this. That's pretty cool, right? Now let me play them a little faster and you'll see how the ghost notes really shine when you up the speed a little here. All right, so the second drum beat happens to be drum beat number 2 of chapter 2. So here's how this one goes with all the snares even. Okay, let's convert it to the ghost note version. Now let's kick it up a notch. The third drum beat is from chapter 1, and it's drum beat number 11. All right, let's do the ghost note version. Okay, so let's kick it up a notch. The fourth drum beat is from chapter 2, and it's drum beat 261. Okay, let's try the ghost note version. Let's kick it up a notch. Okay, so the fifth drum beat is from chapter 1, and it's drum beat 83. Okay, let's do the ghost note version. And now let's kick it up a notch. All right, so our sixth and final drum beat is from chapter 2, and it's drum beat 355. Okay, so here's how it sounds like with all snares even. All right, let's do the ghost note conversion. If you notice on this one, the first backbeat, you have the ghost note right after it, a 16th note after. So you have to play the backbeat full swing, followed by the ghost note right after it. So here's what it sounds like a little faster. You can see how the Drummer's Cookbook is such a cool book to use to develop your ghost notes. And there's tons more stuff you can do with this book. Stuff that I will show you later on in future episodes. But for now, I thought I would just make the first Drummer's Cookbook lesson be about ghost notes. I know that ghost notes are it's a popular topic amongst drummers that are learning. They really want to improve on their ghost notes. And all you have to do is just grab any drum beat that has more than 2 snare drum hits, more than 2 and 4, obviously, and just ghost them. What does that mean? It means play them 1 inch to 2 inches off the snare, and make sure that they are, somewhat quiet in relation to the backbeat to and far. So I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson on drum book studies, where we always take a classic book or something more recent. We take a sneak peek inside and show you how to apply it on the drum kit. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you are liking these drum book studies and you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe, click the notification bell, and you'll always be up to speed with what's going on with Whole Lot of Drumming YouTube channel. Anyways, have yourself a great day, a great evening, and we'll see you on the next drum book studies lesson. Take care. Bye-bye.